It's time to get into a little futures, a little meditation. Don't call it meditation. Here on the Bettor Half Hour. And I'm starting out with the NFC here. I mean, let's just take a look at it. Right now, I got to lean Bucs. How do you not lean Tommy Tampa right now and the Bucs? What happened yesterday? The Rams lose on national television. Stafford's pulling a Wentz, throwing ridiculous interceptions. We're not playing video games, people. We're trying to cash W's. This is a Tampa Bay team, #1 in the NFL right now in points per game. They have a top 2 rush D, and their defense, let's not forget what they did to the Bears, who were dancing tonight. 3 points, their best defensive outing before taking a week off. For me, I think it's the Bucs NFC to lose. In terms of a dark horse right now, I mean, I'm saying Arizona, coming off a very nice Colt McCoy win, shout out the Longhorns, hook 'em, because they're top 3 in offense and top 3 in defense. And there's not many teams in the NFL that are this prominent on both sides of the football. Now, I'm nervous because they haven't been there before. And I think Rodgers being out for a couple of weeks shakes it up. I don't want to dismiss the Packers, though, because the Packers, top 6 in defense, and when you have number 12, you have number 12. I mean, you're in any game at any time. But for me, I think it's the Bucs NFC to lose. I think value-wise, you got to flirt with the Cardinals. I mean, they're in any game. So that's how I see it in the NFC. Now dancing on over to the AFC. This is a crapshoot, people. I mean, the Bills were the #1 offense going into the NFL yesterday. The Bucs leapfrog them. They just lost to the Jaguars. Urban Meyer cracked a smile for the first time since Ohio State. For goodness sakes. And the Titans are finding a way to win games without King Henry. I'm still going to say, though, I think it's Baltimore's AFC right now. I mean, if you're looking at it, they bounced back beautifully after a loss to the Bengals. And they go on a bye. Harbaugh 9-5 against the spread. They don't cover, but I think being down 14 yesterday against the Vikings, twice in that game, coming back and winning in overtime, it says a lot about their character. They play on both sides of the football. Phenomenal coaching. And look, this is a contract year for Lamar Jackson. He's going all in, people. So for me, believe it or not, at the moment, again, all odds subject to change, I'm flirting with the Ravens to win the AFC. And then dark horse, it's ridiculous to say this, but State Farm Patty Mahomes here and the Chiefs at plus 650. I mean, look, this is a squad that's had the best defensive outings in their last 2 weeks. 17 points they give up to the Giants. Then they give up 7. I know it was a backup quarterback, but you bring in Ingram, you got to say to yourself, look, this team's won the AFC twice. If the Bills Mafia doesn't want to ball out, I mean, Josh Allen looked like he didn't even deserve a contract yesterday. I think, again, if you have to go long shot at the moment, and I spoke about it last week, the Chiefs to win the AFC West, you got to flirt with them in the AFC on the futures. And now we move on over. Stingray Shuffle, how you doing? All right, I just got to continue the Bucs here on a Tampa Bay to win the Super Bowl. I know nobody has done it back-to-back since, oh, by the way, the man under center for the Bucs, plus 550, people. This is 5.5 times your money right now. Who are you confident in at the moment if it isn't the Bucs? First of all, the Bills lost to the worst team in the NFL yesterday. The Rams lost to the Titans. The Titans don't even have a full roster. I don't trust Ryan Tannehill. Let's not forget what he was in Dolphins. And now we have an Arizona squad. They're not healthy, but they're out with J.J. Watt. And for me, I just don't know. They haven't been there before. If I'm putting my money on anybody, I'm putting it on the man that has 7 rings. 7 Lord of the Rings. Again, the only person to go back-to-back is Brady back in the early 00s with the Patriots. So I got to do it at the moment. I think it's the Bucs Super Bowl to lose. I know it's ridiculous, but not really when you're looking at the rest of the board. And on that note, real quick, I'm going to fire on Tom Brady to win the MVP. This man is top 2 in yards. He's leading the NFL, people. Leading the NFL in touchdowns with 25. How do we not consider it? Josh Allen's down there in top 7 land. He's losing to the Jags. Kyler Murray isn't on the field. Stafford's throwing ridiculous picks. I got to go with Brady. At the moment, the Bucs win the NFC. the Super Bowl, and the ageless Benjamin Button wonder gets himself another MVP.